what's going on? I'm talking in the mic because the mic need talking to. Hey, it's a holiday weekend. I don't know who's watching today, but I know that you will listen later on. This will be a quick work if you're riding down the road or if you're watching this on some type of media platform. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm talking in the mic right here because the mic needs talking to. I want to talk about a topic that's not often talked about in the church or in our families. It's the V word, right? It's the V word. The word is to be vulnerable. Like, when you hear the word vulnerable, being vulnerable, what does that mean to you? According to the dictionary, it's of a person in need of a special care, support, or protection because of age, disability, or risk of abuse or neglect. Someone that's susceptible to physical or emotional attack or harm. Let's jump in with both feet because I'm a preacher now, but when I was a career drug dealer, I would often see signs. I don't even know if those signs are around now, but I would often see signs in California, and they would say, that basically the laws were stricter if you were 1,000 feet from a school. Right? Because if you were selling drugs, you were wrong, or you would go to jail. But if you were selling drugs in the vicinity of a school, then then the crime would even be worse. You may see it riding down the road, construction workers, they say it's a construction zone. And they'll say speeding fines double in this area. That's cool. And maybe I bring it a little closer, but many of us in our lives are vulnerable to so many things, and we don't talk about it. I know a young lady, pretty close to me, close enough to know her and know the details. And she had a young husband. They were married, and this guy died. And he died, and things weren't in place. And some knucklehead comes in and swoops in on everything this young lady and this young man built. Our families are vulnerable in certain areas because of things we weren't exposed to financially. We're vulnerable. And we really need to be honest about these things. I'm on this health journey now. That don't mean I eat right all the time, but I changed my lifestyle, not just a weekend or a diet. I changed the way I eat, live, work out, and all of that. But when I was 70 pounds ago, I started noticing with pressure and certain things on my life, there was a certain time of night and certain times where I would eat and just overeat. And though I'm not getting high anymore, I was getting high off food. I was eating and pushing stuff down my throat and eating things that I knew were not healthy for me. I say this to say I was vulnerable, and I didn't know it. There are people who will watch, who will listen, and I guess my first step today is to say, hey, we have to be honest about where we are. We have to be honest about what things we're open up for. Some things still tempt us that's not healthy for us. Not trying to come off preachery, but who's vulnerable to a particular thing? If you'll be honest, there's certain things I really need to stay away from, man. I mean, like, it's unhealthy. Was talking to a young man not too long ago, and he's in this committed relationship, about to get married. And, he talked about, how somebody from the past hit him up, and he didn't carry through, but he did begin to text back and go back and forth. He like, Pastor, man, I said, hey, man, you were vulnerable. You just told me that things weren't right at home. You were holding all of that in. You weren't talking to anybody. And I'm glad you caught it and nipped it in the bud and shared with someone before you did something you'll regret. Now that's, I've given a whole lot of illustrations in a short amount of time, but maybe it's, if we're honest, it's the young lady that seen her mom abused by guys, or that was physically abused and and now she's made her choice to like women, or the young man that was touched inappropriately before he really was aware of his sexuality. Now, because of that vulnerability, because some parent or some person or the wrong people touched him the wrong way before he even had a choice, now he feels as if he's bi or homosexual, or is not sure what he needs to be. I thought about this. When I was riding here, and I was on the phone with someone, and my seatbelt, the ding 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 ding, y'all know the ding 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 ding, y'all know the ding 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 ding, the ding ding ding, the ding ding ding, kept happening. I kept driving, and I'll make this short. I'll finish up. It kept happening, and I kept driving. Now, if I get caught driving without my seatbelt, probably gonna get a ticket. If I get in an accident and I don't have a seatbelt, I don't know what side of the fence you're on this, but I'd probably be more safer if I had on my seatbelt. Here's the third thing. The person on the phone finally said, "You gonna put your seatbelt on?" And I don't know if I struggled with them telling me what to do as much as I struggled with just doing what I need to do. Here's the thing about being vulnerable. You're gonna have to build some relationships. Gonna have to build some relationships around you. Here's my advice to you. Here's my takeaway to you today. You're gonna have to build some strong, authentic relationships when there isn't a crisis. So when there is a crisis, you're prepared. You're gonna need to build some relationships and start looking at things that are already around you that are safe for you. Everybody's not safe, but somebody around you is safe. When you're vulnerable, you're open, you may be single, you may need help with your children, you may need this. That doesn't make you weak. You may just be vulnerable in a particular area. You're a woman raising boys, you're a man raising girls, you don't know how to do hair. Listen, all of us have levels, but listen, because I had a relationship with someone that said, "Hey man, put your seatbelt on." Because me not wearing my seatbelt is selfish. And us being open and not covering ourselves and not having authentic relationships is selfish as well. I get it. I'm done. I get it. Some listening, some watching have tried. And it seemed like the way you pick is horrible because the relationships just don't work. I get it. But keep trying. Keep trying. So listen, here's my takeaway, only takeaway as I get out the way. Buckle up. Buckle up. I don't have to, my truck already has a seatbelt. I don't have to look for it. I have to utilize what's already around me. I have to take inventory of what's around me, and I have to do something about it. In life, most vulnerable moments, in times in life where it seems like you're so open and you don't know where to start with your seatbelt. Start with the existing relationships. Start with the things that are already around you. I'm believing that you can take these steps in this short amount of time and do something amazing, because there are positive people around you. And I'm trusting that you are going to start reaching out, that you are not going to act like you have all the answers and have all the sense, but you're going to reach out to somebody for help, and you're going to listen to someone who's trying to help you. Buckle up. Put your seat belt on. There are safe people, safe places, and safe opportunities all around you. We'll talk to you soon.